Hello, Market Irish Football Fan TV. This is the instant match reaction from Republic of Ireland 0, Bulgaria 0 at the Aviva Stadium. I suppose we'll talk about the lineup. I predicted a lot of the players in the starting 11 show. Probably the one that I didn't predict was Ronan Curtis starting on. We started on the right hand side, obviously moved around throughout the game, but I was looking at it, I was excited by the team. I thought they would have troubled Bulgaria a bit more. We created chances in the first half. James Collins probably had the best of the chances, and other than maybe Jason Knight losing the ball in his own half and leading them to a counter attack, which I thought he recovered well to actually get back and help defend it. And then Darren Randolph made a decent enough save. It was pretty standard on his 50th cap for Ireland. So absolutely freezing night here at the Aviva, and Robbie Brady looked bright on the ball in the first half. Jason Knight looked bright on the ball, but ultimately nothing was really coming off. We weren't really playing those penetrative passes which are going to get us in behind. We were trying to play the ball up to Curtis and Horgan, who were trying to create things, and Horgan almost creates a goal with a lovely bit of play, a lovely little spin around. He stands his defender up and then takes him on, whips in a ball, he doesn't whip it up, he stands up a ball for Collins at the back post, who you think is going to put that away. It's his bread and butter normally, but it wasn't to be today. And then you have Ronan Curtis. He looked right in the first half, and he was kind of getting in amongst it, and he had a kind of almost shot cross that went wide, but Collins tried to get on the end of it. It was deflected, but as I said, we had the better of the chances in the first half, and then you're kind of going into the second half on a positive because we look like we could still get about them. I know, look, it's not our first team out there. It's a lot of players that are kind of on the fringes, but I thought for what we had, I thought we did well. And Darragh O'Shea looked really solid at right back, and Ryan Manning done really, really well on his debut as well. So there's positives in that, in terms of Manning, in terms of O'Shea playing right back and doing well again at international level, at senior international level too, and Jason Knight as well. But going into the second half, then you're thinking, okay, look, we don't look that bad defensively. Long and Duffy have been solid, and the other lads have been very good. So all in all, in terms of the performance, nobody actually had a bad game. It's just we just couldn't put the ball in the net. And then into the second half, we started getting the ball in straight away from the second half tip off. We went down the line here, and I think it was O'Shea whipped in a ball, and Collins had a volley and just went off the side netting, so it was a bit unfortunate as well. So we were making chances, and then as time went on, then Robbie Brady then makes a little bit of space for himself, takes a shot and cannons it off the crossbar. And we did have a couple of scares. Obviously Krayev had volleyed one over, and then after Robbie Brady's effort, they went down, had a corner, and Dimitrov somehow misses. I think Shane Duffy got a block on it. It looked like he just threw everything at it to get in the way of it, and it went out for a corner. Robbie Brady went off with an injury, which we'll hope is not too serious, and then Jack Byrne came on. Josh Cullen actually came on just as Robbie Brady took that shot, actually, and I thought he done really well when he came on and proved that he can come in there if needs be and give us just a bit more energy, because Horgan went off, Jason Knight went to the right then. But I just thought Jason Knight in that second half, he was absolutely outstanding. He was everywhere. He got to the ball defensively, he was everywhere, got back and was winning balls. He was also getting us further up the pitch. He played a beautiful ball into Ronan Curtis, who was, he had the whole goal to aim at, and he blazes over. And you're thinking, for Ronan Curtis, this is the chance that you're kind of getting to come in there, and if you maybe just keep that low and on target, it probably goes in. But it seemed to be the tale of the night. Every time we got near the goal, we just seemed to crumble. There's no composure in the box. That's my only criticism, is just no composure in the box. All in all, to a man, I didn't think anybody had a bad game. I'll be doing my player ratings now in a few minutes, but I really didn't think anybody had a bad game. We had subs then came on. We had Jack Byrne came on, tried to get on the ball, tried to make things happen as well. So we had chances, but we just ultimately just cannot put the ball in the net for love or money. But I think the positives to take out of the game, if there is any, and you're probably screaming at the screen now saying, we haven't scored in 7 games now. Sorry, I'm freezing here. So we haven't scored in 7 games, and we haven't got a win under Stephen Kenny as well. That's what you'll say to me, but I'm looking at Darragh O'Shea coming in there and comfortable playing across the whole back four. If it's left back, right back, centre back, then you got Jason Knight can come in there. You can play centre mid, or you can play right on the right wing. And then Ryan Manning coming in there, I would class him as young. He's about 23, 24. Done well at left back. He's another option there if we don't have Enda Stevens. So the good thing is that now we kind of got to see our strength and depth, and can players step up to the situation. Now I know they're not the attackers, and James Collins I thought done well, but just couldn't score. You know, he had I'd say he had about 5 chances. But I mean, at least he's getting into the areas for the chances. That's the only thing I will say, even though he's not putting them away. But I think going into the World Cup qualifiers now, I think that we have positives and we can bring in a lot more youth players to mix in with what we have. And I'm actually excited to see when we have our full strength first team available, because I think it was 14 out of the 26 that Stephen Kenny originally picked that ultimately were gone through suspension or injury or COVID. So we're missing a lot of players out of his original squad, but I'm excited to see what the squad will be come March. And you know, looking at the team, I'm excited by what we have coming through, and rather than being all doom and gloom, I know we're not scoring and I know we're not winning, but I do really genuinely feel like it will start happening for us. You know, I think a big thing that's missing for the players, and I don't think it's going noticed, and if you look around me here, empty seats. And I think that's not helping anyone. But I think anybody who was there tonight, I think if Jason Knight had been playing and there was a full crowd and he had came off, he would have got an absolute standing ovation. He was brilliant for me. And Darragh O'Shea I thought was absolutely excellent as well. I keep going on about them, but Robbie Brady was quite good too. But yeah, that's been my after-match reaction. Disappointing, but positives to take from this. So that would be my match reaction. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll speak to you all soon. Thanks for watching.